Thank you. Yes, I am aware I look like a cross between Harry Potter and Gok Wan. There's a fan of Harry Potter chat-up lines in the room, so if you stay behind at the end.
I knew it
Got plenty more where they came. Glad you remembered me. She didn't call. It's the glasses that do the Gok Wan bit, really. And they get me into a lot of trouble. I was out in a club before because, as you can tell, that's my natural habitat. All the way down to the Ghostbusters belt. And I was there doing the club. I do the green man off the traffic lights. Just went a little boogie. Might just do this for 10 minutes. I'm there, having my boogie, and then across the dance floor I see a big, burly rugby bloke. And he starts shimmying across the dance floor to me. And I get a bit scared, because I'm fully aware I look a bit gay. And he's making his way over, and he gets right in front of me. He takes his hand, reaches out to my face, takes my glasses off my face, and puts them on his face. Just shimmies away. And I'm there thinking, oh, pretty sure I've just been mugged. I'd quite like those back. But I didn't say anything because he was bigger than me. And then he looked back at me and he goes, how do I look? How do you look? How do you look? I don't know. Don't know how you look. You're wearing the one tool I possess that can help me answer a question like, how do you look? Of course, I didn't say that because he was bigger than me. I just sort of went... But it's quite a nerve-wracking thing coming up to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and as you can tell, I'm kind of an awkward guy, and so I needed to do something to relax. So I did something that all guys would relax. I'm sure many guys in here would do to relax. It's perfectly natural. It's very normal. There's no need to be embarrassed. I went on a spa day. I didn't want to go, but my girlfriend convinced me to go, and I started to think about it, and I thought, being locked in a room with her and a Swedish masseuse is probably the closest thing to a threesome I'm ever going to get. So I went along, and the woman goes, oh, if you'd like to lie down on the bed and put your face in the hole, which I thought was quite a threatening thing to say. Now, I was there in the massage room, and as you might be aware, this is a comedy routine, so things didn't just go fine. Many things went wrong, and we'll go into those in more detail as the afternoon progresses. So I was there on the table, waiting to get massaged, I have my face in this hole, and she comes along to do the massage, and I have a cold at the time, and gravity thinks it'll be really funny to make a little bit of snot come out my nose and land on her foot. Even worse, I'm stuck there just staring at it. I can't move, but she's very professional, so she both physically and metaphorically brushes that one away and continues with the massage. And now she does this lovely thing where she pushes down my back, and it's lovely. You should have a go. Well, you can't really do it yourself, as I'm proving here. But she pushes right down my back, and it's really nice. And I don't know how it happened. I don't know why, but she pushed out a fart. And it wasn't like a butch manly fart. Like, we've got a guy in the front row. How would you describe a butch manly fart? Give me a noise. That's beautiful. Can you do that again so everyone can hear it? Pardon you. Oh. I bet you're proud of that one. One of those. Yeah, that's the butch manly fart. I didn't do one of those. I was the proud owner of what I like to call an accidental lady fart. That is when the girl does a fart that she thinks is going to be silent. She could just blame it on a boy. But then it makes a little noise. So it goes like this. Even the fart knows that's not how she wanted it to go down. I did one of them. There's a guy over on the other side who... are you two together?
Yeah.
Does she do them a lot? Yeah, I did one of them. But the woman was very professional. She just carried on. She could then tell I was getting tense, quite understandably. And she started to strike up conversation, try and make things move on a bit. And she goes, "Oh, you must be very stressed to have to come here. What's been so stressful?" And my mind went blank. I couldn't think of anything, and so I just sort of went, "I spilled some yogurt on me this morning." That was pretty bad. There was some Muller fruit corn, and I was just left with the fruit, and that was rubbish. And the worst thing was that was a lie. I don't even like fruit corners. It was a crunch corner, but I thought I'd save myself some dignity because I didn't think she'd have much sympathy with me if I was just left with some chocolatey treats. She didn't have any sympathy anyway, so I felt I had to trump that story then, and trump was a bad word to use after the previous incident. So I started thinking, I thought, oh, I went into a public toilet recently, and a boy going to a public toilet is a terrifying experience. As most of the guys here will be aware, you girls have no idea how terrifying it is. When you walk in, you see a bloke at a urinal, a gap and a bloke at a urinal. One urinal. It's in an inappropriate spot between two guys. We all know you're not supposed to go there. So you've got option one. Now, by way of cheering, please let me know if you go for option one, which is to stand around and wait for a more appropriate urinal to become available. Any guys go for that one? Yeah. Very proud of it, aren't you, sir? You, sir, are what I like to call a lingerer. You just stand by the sink. What you're unaware of is the people at the urinal are there having a wee. You've walked in, you've not gone for a wee, and you've just stood and watched at the sinks. Option number two, give me a cheer if you do option number two. Option number two is see there's no appropriate urinal to use and go and use the cubicle. Anybody do that? Yeah. The same guy. The same guy. You'll linger for a bit and then go, oh, it's not worth it. Go in the cubicle. Now, I dislike the cubicle people because the cubicle people will go in, but you don't want people to know you're going for a poo. You want them to assume you're going for a wee, because you are going for a wee. It's an innocent thing. You don't want people to assume you're going for a poo. So you leave the door open. That's what you do. Leave the door. Many times have I gone to use option number two, seen an open door, gone there, and Billy No Hands is there. Occupado. So I tend to go for option number three, which just gets so nervous and scared about the previous two options that using a urinal is no longer an issue. There is mystery option number four, which is man up and use the urinal, which comes up with its own set of problems because you've got to look straight ahead, look at your own little fella. Keep an eye on that. Not allowed to have a convo. Got to look straight ahead. It's frowned upon if you jump in his urinal and have a little game of wee lightsabers. But the masseuse didn't really count that as a stressful occasion. But she carried on with her job regardless. She was very, very professional. I take my hat off to her. It was really good. I was having my massage. It was lovely. And then I lost track of my thoughts. That's a dangerous thing for a guy to do, to lose track of his thoughts. Because all of a sudden, I don't know where it came from, but this fella wanted to see what was going on. Someone didn't just go, oh no. Did I just get an oh no? Am I that predictable? Yeah, this fella wanted to know what's going on. So he pops up. So I arch my bum. She's massage, she pushes me down. No, I need the extra space now. And then she thinks it'll be hilarious. She then goes, now, Mr. Murphy, I'd like to roll over, we'll do the scalp massage. And I go, no. No, back will do. If you'd just like to roll over, no. And then she sees my pain, she sees the arched bum, and she offers me a blanket. And I think, oh, excellent. So I whip over quickly and make myself a little willy tent with my hands, hide my shave, and now I have a bit of a dent in my head. I'm going to come out and prove it to you. If you guys want to have a little feel just there.
That is a big dent.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Gonna do more. Weren't expecting this, were you? You just patted me on the head. You didn't even go for this. There you go. Yeah. Oh, everyone wants to go. Yeah. Gagging for Attention, stand-up comedy and circus. Now, you were all rather repulsed by that. I am willing to remind you that is my actual head. So thank you very much for that. But I thought it'd be really funny, as she moved on to the scalp massage, to pretend she did it. So she's massaging away, her thumb goes over the crater in my head, and I go, "Oh God! Oh my God, what have you done?" And then I looked up at her face. This poor woman. She was expecting a normal day at work. And I showed up. I snotted on her foot. I farted in her face. She thinks she's broken my head. And worst of all, I seem aroused by the whole thing. Thank you very much. I've been David.